Hello and welcome to Party Air and happy Pride weekend, everyone. I hope for those of you who are going to be participating in Pride, stay safe, have a great and super fabulously gay weekend. Also, happy birthday to Kim. Kim is great. Kim is not playing our current City of Mist season, but is amazing and was a valuable part of our order team in some pre-test sessions that we did. So happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
We hope it's a good one. And also, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Glad dads, sad dads, adopted dads.
Pops and grandpops.
Pops and grandpops.
Step pops and
yeah, step
all those.
pops, all
and
the
otter
pops.
pops.
No.
Yes.
Otter pops are terrible. Yeah, so that's, I think, all the announcements. As we prepare for City of Mist Season 2, if you guys aren't interested in controlling factions, pop onto our Patreon, because we will have factions active. The city is going to be in absolute chaos, and if you are a part of our Patreon, you'll have the ability to go into our Discord and control things and move things around and directly affect the game that we play. So if you wish to be slightly God, the left hand of God, not the right hand, the left hand of God, pledge on our Patreon. For $10 a month, you can have control over our fate, which is horrifying.
And it helps support us so we can continue to do this and produce great content.
We have rad goals. Invite your friends. If we get to 10 patrons, we're going to start making merch, and so we're talking like Come to Beezus t-shirts and Party Error t-shirts and all sorts of really cool stuff that will be available for you guys to show your love of all of our ridiculousness. So, without further ado...
Hello, darlings, and welcome to Party Error.
Hi! If you like tabletop role-playing content, be sure to hit that subscribe button below and ring the bell to get notifications so that whenever we upload new episodes of Party Error, you are the first to know. If you would like to get the episodes earlier than everybody else, you can also head over to our Patreon, which is linked in the description below, to get the content 2 days before everybody else. Thank you again for watching. We hope you enjoy Party Error.
Enjoy the show.
Alright, so y'all have tried to escape. You fucked Sakita up. You fucked the ship up. The Chancellor is sad because you are not down to fuck. Not down.
She was the one that we didn't fuck.
No.
True.
She's the only one.
We cannot let that
She's
happen.
so mad. So you guys have successfully gotten codes for all the doors, the prison convoy, and the work camp downstairs. But you also almost busted the solarium upstairs. On accident. Boop Snoot does not know.
That's what I get for letting you go.
You should have, I think you used a physique check.
You did.
Yeah,
Yes.
instead of an investigate check.
I have no investigation.
Here's the
Right,
thing.
so
You went
that
to-
was the problem
Here's
there.
the thing. You went to go do this, and you ended up doing this.
Yeah, so not good. So the entire ship is on high alert, and even though you've successfully gotten codes, these two have been put into solitary. They don't know what to do with you, and they are terrified. So it's been about 8 days in solitary, literally complete darkness, no sound, nothing, no stimulus. The only stimulus being the occasional 2 times a day when food pops out of a slot in the wall. People are not even like opening the doors to like feed you in particular. So shit's terrible.
Your
And
daily ration of
yeah.
nourishment pills
Nasty,
just drop
nasty
from the ceiling.
prison gruel. Yeah, it's like a brick. It's just like, yeah, it's just not good.
Here's your nourishment
So it's
pill.
been terrible. And on the night of day 8, that you've been separated from your friends slash caretaker, friends.
I did my best.
So you've been separated from your friendos, and you, as after the first round of guards pass, you see 2 figures approaching your cell. As they get closer, you realize that it's Flyby, but instead of being accompanied by guards, it's Nadira. So there's like a little slot on your cell door that guards can open and close to push things through depending on what they need to put in your cell or take out of your cell, etc. And Nadira punches in the code for that, but you know and you recognize that security measures have been increased since your incident, so an additional secondary number pad has been installed onto your cell, and your entire door has been reinforced with extra goodies and security measures, reinforced steel, reinforced glass. They're like really trying to make sure that you cannot get out of this thing. So Nadira is able to punch in the code for the little slotty door, which Flyby opens, and he's so tall he has to like lean down with his like creepy, gangly lemur, super long picky finger. And he leans down and he says, "Oh, hello, small round one.
Hello, friend.
How you doing, buddy?"
I am doing okay.
I mean, that's decent. So as Flyby is kind of talking and keeping you busy, Nadira moves to the other secondary new panel, and she starts to she jams a screwdriver in there, and she actually starts to try and physically force the panel off of the door. After, a couple minutes, she's still working.
Nadira, would you like assistance?
She doesn't say anything. Flyby says, "Shh."
Flyby,
Yes.
what do you use your long finger for?
Well, back when we had a planet to live on, we used to eat lots of grubs and termites, and we could reach our fingers into little holes and pick bugs out. Now, we mostly use them to fix jewelry. Or poke people in the eye. It really depends on the day.
Interesting.
You're interesting.
Not particularly.
Oh, I think so. My fingers are far less rare. How would you feel about being a desk lamp?
Is that a high honor?
Yes.
Then I'm not interested.
Oh. Damn.
I'm more interested in being space trash.
Oh, well, if you come live with me on the Gasperi, and then, like, Nadira hits him in the leg really hard, and she's like, "Flyby, not the time, not the time." He's like, "Maybe one day I will find you floating through space and turn you into a desk lamp."
Maybe.
Maybe. She's still working on the panel, and she just blew the roll out of the water. With a resounding thunk, she manages to pop the whole front facing panel off of it and starts pulling wires, and as soon as she pulls the correct combination of wires, the entire mechanism hydraulics open, and your cell door slides open.
Where are we going?
Okay, we have to go to Solitary, because we are going to get Ilya, Ivalo, or get the fuck out of here.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I will do stealth. Right. 0.
Okay.
0.
So Nadira points to her back and she says, "Get on me like a backpack." Is that weird?
No.
Okay, come on. Okay, so you have wrapped yourself around Nadira's back successfully, and she looks to Flyby, and she says, "If you hear any alerts go off, I need you to make the biggest distraction possible." And Flyby smiles, and he picks at his teeth with his like crepey long finger, and he says, "Well, the price you paid, I'll do anything, sweetheart." And he just kind of winks a little bit, gives a little winky, and then goes and proceeds to start making his rounds as if he is doing his he's replaced Goldfinger apparently in the nightly like good trade like corner store shit. So who knows what happened to Goldfinger? Yeah, so he starts to do that and Nadira, it runs you to the elevator where the guard there has been sedated. So he is slumped over in the corner asleep. And she punches a code to one of the upper floors, and the elevator starts its ascent.
So
she's shaking.
I believe that you may be in danger.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't understand.
It's an expression that means, yes, I know.
Oh.
That's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
No shit.
Yeah, exactly. The elevator reaches the top floor, and there are guards coming.
Can I bring us up into the top of the elevator?
Sure. Go ahead, and you're gonna roll maybe an athletics check for that?
Ew. No good.
All right.
-1.
So you start to try and make shapes. You wanted to grab and pull. What shape do you instead make?
I was going to make a hook and hook in and then
Okay.
lift.
So you have now made an umbrella. Congratulations. So now Nadira has a lovely, lovely ceiling protection there from any foreign particles. And the guards pass and they look at Nadira and they look really confused. All of the lights, most of the lights are off in the prison at this time of night because it is nighttime and people are trying to sleep, or some species are trying to sleep. So the only thing that really is illuminating any of the area is this kind of track light that traces its way and a couple of little dimly lit floor lamps. So the guys in the dark are both squinting. One of them is Shirok, the other is a Terran. And one of the guys is like, what's going on?
It's the only time I could practice for musicals.
And Nadira smiles and she's like, I thought I would try walking my new mech around. I decided that I was gonna maybe try an experiment. And I built a cool thing. The two guys like look at it. The Shirok guy crosses his mech arms and is like, could be better. And then continues to walk. Nadira's like, she's like not having a good time. She starts suffocating a little bit, dying. So at that point, the path is clear and she just kind of awkwardly whistles and starts moseying her way down the hallway. She now has this like, you are like an umbrella structure. There's like an entire thing.
Should I retract?
No, because now we have to pretend that you're like this forever.
Okay.
Stay here. So she starts looking around. And after a long bit, she ends up coming to a cell. And this cell has also had its security reinforced. And she starts to work on the lock, but cannot seem to get it open.
I will say, you have to get me last. I will request that.
Would you like me to assist?
Yeah, I can't. She's like really aggressively trying to jam the screwdriver in there. Can you pop it open?
Yes. Physique. 6.
I love how okay, so we're all really confused because we all just heard this like popping noise, and I find it very ironic that like you go to open the thing and then there's that weird resounding like noise. So Mystery Hand's gonna go figure out what that is.
Go check it out!
But you do succeed. You shred the entire insides of that thing.
Did I do good?
And the door starts to release hydraulic steam. It opens a little bit, but then gets jammed. You are inside. You see light, dim light, but the door opens maybe about a half a foot before it jams.
Great. I go to investigate.
Okay, so you look out and you see Nadira and Boop Snoot, who is transformed into an umbrella.
Oh, okay, so this is what's going on.
Like, don't be too loud. They literally could be back any fucking second. This was so loud. Can we get this open?
Yes.
Without being super loud?
No.
Okay, I don't know what to do. She starts to panic.
Physique. 1.
Using the mighty power of your sweet restraint, because you have learned the lesson from last time, you budge the door open just a touch. It is now about a foot open.
Did I do good?
Yes, keep doing that.
Two.
Okay, you successfully push the door open enough for Ilya to squeeze through. Good work, Boop Snoot.
Thank you. It was not intentional.
No, that was great. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, sorry they just locked you by yourself in there. We are getting the fuck out of here.
Good.
Okay, Does anybody know where Ivalo is?
No.
Okay.
Like paint spider my door called Traitor or something. Whole bunch of bad names.
Okay, so you roll stealth,
Man.
please.
5.
Okay, excellent. You are silent as the night. And Nadira is not practiced in this, so she is sneaking, but not sneaking that great. So you guys wander around, you kind of tail the guards that are making the round there, and she can't seem to find Ivalo's cell.
Where am I, guys?
Hey, God.
Yeah.
Can I establish connection to the system to find out where Ivalo is?
Yes, I will allow. I will allow it.
Awesome. Alright, so I have relinked to the ship.
Okay, cool. So the way that you do this is there's like a computer kiosk that is nearby that the guards can use to check statuses of cells and do other things like collect memos or whatever. So you tap into that for just a moment because you don't want to hang in there too long lest they realize something is in the system. You end up pulling up a map and you do end up finding Ivalo and Chihaya and Ylvara's cells.
Fantastic. I know where they are.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
So, the guards are making their way around. They don't know what's fucking going on. They saw an umbrella today. It was wild. So, they're walking around in the dark on the other side, and you trace your way to Ivalo's cell.
Alright. So then I guess we're gonna...
So, Nadira goes to work on the door, and it is taking her a long time.
Do you need assistance?
If you want to do it again, sure.
That's a 2.
2.
Okay, you smash it. At least it gets it open. Then Nadira is able to pull the wires and actually open the cell. So your cell door opens all the way. Welcome to sunlight.
I am facing the corner of the cell, just sitting down.
Ivalo.
I'm completely silent.
Hello.
Ivalo.
Elia walks in there and taps him on the shoulder. Hey!
Do you know what it's like to be a dead body?
Oh my god.
No sound, darkness everywhere. Can't move at all.
You're okay now. We're getting out of here.
You can't get out of a coffin.
Oh my god.
Barely
Nadira's like,
6 feet below.
Jesus, can you convince him to come?
Yeah.
We have to go. The guards are coming.
There is no reason to leave.
I got a 2 for rapport.
Okay.
We need to go now. You're fine. Everything's okay. You're still alive.
I don't know how to counteract that.
Go ahead and roll will.
My will's pretty high. That's just a 3.
Okay, so you want to believe him, but you also know darkness is pain.
Listen, you are not my friend. You are the angel of death incarnate, come to take me.
Oh god.
Thank you for coming for me.
All right, well then I'm gonna just take you now.
Oh.
Do not touch me!
Oh my god. Okay, so he shouts, and y'all hear the guards on the other side hasten their pace over here. So they are coming your way.
Can I use Zan's insight
Sure.
to empathize
All right.
with Ivalo?
Okay.
Hello, friend. I, like you, am from the darkness. I have been in the vacuum of space, 6 feet under. Let us travel to the light together.
800T-5N00T? Is that you?
Yes, my designation is 8.
Okay.
We gotta go.
0.
We gotta go.
Alright, I was like,
Nadira just stands up with you on her back. She's like, gotta go. So she starts moving down the hall. Everybody go ahead and roll stealth, please.
Even me?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I got a
'cause
3.
That was
Okay.
terrible.
that's a -1.
Okay. So,
You're freaking out a little bit.
Nadira and Boop Snoop move. You start to move, And then you hear Ivalo step out of the cell, and just even seeing the dimly lit track lights on the walk is enough to make you start to cry because it's beautiful. So he's crying, the guards are coming, and you hear, "Hey, what's going on down there?" They can't really quite see because they're still coming. So you have about 15 seconds to fucking run.
Just grab and run.
Okay, so you actually start running down the walk. There's a lot of noise happening. You have two options. You can either A, go to maybe try and get Chihaya or Ilvara, or B, take the elevator back down.
We gotta go.
Would I be able to use unsettling robot presence as a means of imitating the Chancellor?
If you want to roll for it,
I do. Would that be provoke?
sure, provoke would probably be the most accurate.
Okay. So that's 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Okay, so you take the shape, the general shape of the Chancellor in the dark, and luckily Terrence can't see for shit in the dark, and Shrock can't see for shit in the dark, so both of them approach your vague shape from a distance, guns trained on you.
Put your weapons down. How
Ma'am?
dare you?
Oh, ma'am? And they both just salute. It's really awkward. Sorry, ma'am, we thought there was a breach, ma'am.
I appreciate your tenacity. Return to your post.
Oh, we're making rounds, ma'am. We would have come back around this way eventually, ma'am.
Well, I don't appreciate you training your weapons on me. Return to your barracks.
Yes, ma'am. Should we send up someone else in our place, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. The Shirok punches the guy on the arm. He's like, "You fucking asshole, you fucking..." The guy's like, "I'm sorry!" He's like crying because he just was trying to do his best. So they both head back to the elevator. Might I say. Excellent. Here is your Academy Award. They love me. They really love me. Good.
I was
Okay,
gonna
so you are alone.
Alright, I was gonna say, if I turn around and see like the silhouette of the Chancellor, I would still instinctively like probably like, "Oh, Chancellor!"
Oh my god.
It's just me. I was
'Twas a ruse.
being sneaky.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Yeah, we need to find
what the hell?
Chihaya and Ilara.
Okay.
Where the hell am I?
Where?
This way.
Okay, so she follows you down
No
the
time
hall
to
to
explain.
reasonably Chihaya's cell. So, the mechanisms actually are quite simple. There's no reinforced shit going on, so, unfortunately, at this point, Nadira's hands, however, are shaking so badly from just almost getting caught that she can't seem to open the door.
I'll do a physique
Sure.
roll. That's a 4. for
Okay,
physique.
yeah, so you don't have your mech, but you are so freaked out by everything that's going on, you just ball your little, like, goat hand into a little fist, and you clip the edge of the like, lockbox with your cloven hoof,
Yeah.
your little deer toes, and you actually bust it just clear off. You, like, channel your chi and just, like, Matrix style, like, punch that thing.
I am the one.
Nadira's like, dang! She, like, I mean, Shirok are not known for being strong, so she is impressed.
I'm the only strong one here.
The door opens. The cell is completely empty.
Shit.
Damn.
Who was here?
It's supposed to be Chihaya.
Oh, no.
I don't know where they are.
We do not have time.
Should we just keep going?
We need to get out of here. Nadira is in danger.
Yes.
We were almost caught.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so you choose to leave Ilvara behind. And you go and, I'm assuming, make your way to the elevator?
Yes.
Okay.
Might
So-
I be able to use my Zan's insight to calm Nadira?
Sure.
Nadira,
Yeah.
we are here to protect you.
Okay, I really don't want to die.
Look at me. Well, don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm on your back.
Okay.
I've got your back. Literally. I'm right behind
She
you.
reaches behind you and she gives you a little pat, pat, pat.
I'm an indestructible ball.
Okay. Right. Right. Okay. So she punches the code to go down. She's like, okay, well, are we getting anybody else?
I don't know where anyone else could be.
Okay.
Labor camps.
That's true.
Would they take anyone from solitary to the labor camps?
Maybe. As punishment, I wouldn't be surprised.
Then let's head down to the labor camps.
If they know they're part of the team that wants to break out, they want to make examples of them. They're gonna make them do the worst possible labor that's possible on this ship.
Would that be a trap?
Absolutely, it would.
So we are walking into a trap.
If that's the case, I'd rather be the first one to go through. But I need my suit.
Where is your suit?
I'm gonna do lore real quick.
Do it. You would
Where
do
is
it.
my super
You
suit?
would probably know where it's
Why
at.
do you
It
need
is
to
a
know?
2.
Okay,
I
so
fucking
you
love
know that on the
So
same
good.
floor as the labor camp is where they keep all the contraband. So this is like comms devices, weapons, like anything that has been pulled off, or like any cybernetics, things like that have been pulled off prisoners and put into kind of the locker for that.
Easily. It's down in the labor camps. That's where the contraband is stored as well.
So then we might as well go down anyways.
How far is the labor camp from the dock?
The dock is going to be, so if we're looking at this fin as if it is a standard high-rise with basements, so that the topmost floor obviously on this end is the solarium. There are 15 floors in between the top and the base, what we'll call where the yard is at, and then there are 5 floors beneath that. So the bottommost is a hull. So the work camp most likely would be on the 4th basement floor. All docking activity takes place on floor 0. That was where you guys arrived, and that's where the yard is. That's where pretty much all ships come in. So.
Okay.
Alright. So we would have to go well below to get your mech. How important is it to get your mech back?
I can't fight without it.
If we get to a ship, we won't need to fight.
Easy. If you want to get out of here alive, that's the best way I can get you there. Not to mention, we could use a big old distraction as well.
The elevator stops on floor 0, and Nadira looks around. Okay, so?
Let's go get the mech suit.
Okay, so she punches the code in for the 4th floor, but as you guys are traveling down, the guy that's knocked unconscious starts to wake. It's a Terran human. She stirs kind of on the floor, and she's like, oh god, it looks like somebody clocked her over the head super hard with something.
Would I know how to incapacitate?
Well, you could suffocate it to death.
No.
Just suffocate to unconsciousness.
You would have to roll a physique to smother her, but you might kill her. Remember what happened to Sakita?
The Terran is waking.
Could I just punch her?
Yeah, you could.
I got a 4 for physique.
Okay, so you hold her the fuck down, and you now have her in kind of a chokehold. She's like on the ground. And she goes the fuck to sleep.
Worst night.
She doesn't have any fucking clue what's going on.
My time in that silent hell has improved my senses.
Oh my gosh.
Good job.
I love it.
I knew you were going to say that before you even thought about it.
I
Okay.
don't think.
Is there something I could take off the guard, like a taser or something?
Yes, she does have a charisma stick.
Okay, I'll take one of those.
Okay, cool. So now you get zap power. Whenever you hit something with it, you will electrocute them and stun them for a turn.
Good.
Zippy zap. So the elevator goes down to the bottom floor, and the doors open, and ahead of you, you can indeed see a hallway. There are several closets on the either side. From having looked at the security feeds and followed Nadira around, you recognize that this is where she ended up trapping that Arca in the janitorial closet. So,
Okay.
So where would the contraband be?
In one of several storage areas, which would be around that direction.
Let's go then. Time is of the essence.
okay, Nadira proceeds loudly forward. Not like super loudly, but she's not sneaking.
I got 5.
That's
For
a negative.
stealth.
That's a -3 for stealth.
Okay, so you're not sneaking, Nadira ain't sneaking. You are light on your feet and very fucking quiet, so naturally you are just silent as the night. As you guys walk, you hear something around a corner further down the hall say, activity detected floor B4. Activity detected floor B4. Activity detected floor B4.
Was that you, Boop Snoop?
Activity
No.
detected floor B4.
I hack into it.
Or is there a computer nearby?
I don't know. Is there?
I don't know. Is there?
Well, son of a bitch. Okay, let me, I guess, roll for notice?
Yep.
Okay. I got a -1, so...
Okay, so you're panicking. Nadira's like, shit, shit, shit. Ooh, you hear the, like, anti-grav hover of an Arca coming around the corner.
Okay, that was a -2 for notice.
Okay, so you are also panicking. The end is 9.
Oh, not -2. I meant to say 2.
Ah,
I got a
positive two.
-1 on my roll. I'm
Gotcha.
sorry.
No, you're fine. So you see a storage closet that is open nearby, and you know the Arca's coming around the corner.
Stop, closet, go, hurry!
Okay, zip inside.
Anything you wanted to do? Okay.
I was going to run ahead, but if we're going to hide in a closet, that
No.
sounds good.
Okay, so y'all Scooby-Doo your way into the closet. Everybody roll for stealth, please.
Oh. I'll take a 2.
6.
I'll take a 2 for the stealth.
Okay.
0.
Okay, so you hear the Arca pass the hall. Silence. Nadira's breathing. Super scared. It's not helping. That's actually maybe making it worse. Foreign signature detected.
Alright, I'm gonna open the door and just zap it with the stick.
Okay.
What should I do? Just fight?
Yep.
In that case, that's just a 0 on the roll, but that's a 4 for my fight.
Okay. Okay.
Just open it real quick and like zap it right in its head.
Yeah, so you open that bitch. Let me actually get... Okay. So you zap it. It does not go down, but you currently are seeing it. Just all the circuits are short-circuiting. You have hit it with the electricity.
As it is stunned, I want to leap off of Nadira and rip it apart.
Okay, so you jump off of Nadira's body.
Physique.
Yep.
5. Liquid metal. 6, 7.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So, surprisingly, you start to try and rip it apart. It seems that these Arcas have been specifically designed to be rip-proof, so it is actually quite difficult. You're finding it deceptively hard to get inside this thing in order to pull it apart. It seems that these Arcas this go-around have been designed to be semi-seamless. It's almost as if somebody thought about that this go-around.
Alrighty, dude.
Boom.
'Kay.
Goes the dynamite.
So, despite the fact that this new technology has been implemented, you find your little tendril ways into even the thinnest of cracks. You rip this entire thing apart. It's a zappy, fizzy mess on the floor. It's just twitching. There's like
Like
twitching.
a horror movie, I drag it into the closet.
Whoa! The closet door closes. Okay, so you now are all in a closet with a defunct Arca. It's zapping.
Is there a light switch in here somewhere?
No.
Thank you.
Okay. I take this moment to download any information that it has.
So unfortunately, Boop Snoot has completely fucking annihilated it.
Oh. Great.
I would have left the useful bits, just not the screamy bits.
There are some bits left.
Any bits?
What are you trying to look for specifically?
I guess to see if any like firewalls or anything have been implemented to prevent future hacking.
Absolutely.
All right.
So you every couple of seconds, all of the passwords are changing. So by popping in and looking at the map on the computer for a second, that's about as long as you can be in the system at this point, because now it seems that the Chancellor has implemented some pretty hack-proof software into the system.
Impressive.
It's just a constant scramble. It's like a scrambled egg in there.
Delicious.
It would take a long time to develop code to be able to stay permanently linked to the system, so it's not a viable option at this point.
Would you be able to interject some sort of virus countermeasure?
Possibly. But it would take time. Too much time.
From the Arca's sad, semi-destroyed voice box, and it sounds similarly to a busted and possessed Furby. what you hear in between the like sounds that are coming out of this Arca is red alert, prisoner escape. All of the lights in the entire floor you can see underneath the door start flashing red, and a super loud alarm starts going off.
Now to never.
Let us leave.
Let us leave.
Let's go.
Okay, so you open the corridor, or the door to the corridor.
We don't have time for your mechs.
I need it.
We don't have time. We
There
gotta
is
go.
no time.
All right, fine. Fine.
Let's go. Making our way back up.
Nadira is hyperventilating. She gets into the elevator. She takes the guy that's unconscious in the elevator and she chucks the person back out into the hall. She's like, sorry! And she like punches the code. So you start heading back up to the,
Base floor.
yep, floor 0.
What is our plan of action?
We need to immediately make it to the shuttles. We gotta get out. We have to go.
Okay,
Keep Nadira alive at all costs.
that is my primary goal. I will attach myself again to Nadira's back.
Okay. Alright. So you guys are riding the elevator up. And as you reach floor 0, the elevator doors refuse to open.
Nadira,
Yeah.
this might be a little strange. Are you okay with me functioning more as an exoskeleton on you?
Why?
I need to protect you.
Okay, I mean, I guess that's fine.
Oh, sure, she gets a mix it, but not me.
Oh my god.
Salt detected.
Salt lick.
All right. Well, time to try and pry this fucker open.
I don't know if we want to open it or not.
Okay.
Pop it like an oyster.
So Nadira recognizes that she now has weird arms.
Well, I was going to run down the outsides of her legs
Okay.
and down the outsides of her arms, and then I will create a small shield.
Ah, yes. Okay, cool. So she goes to try and hack the door open, and she starts to get there, but it's also taking a considerable amount of time.
Can we?
Excuse me.
Oh.
2.
Okay, you bring her arm back, and you slam into the door. A massive dent is created.
Unfortunate.
Could I perhaps use my blade arms to pry this open?
Okay, so I want to count this as a fight. You're fighting the door.
Cool.
Door fight.
Try and pry it in there and pull it open. So that's a +4 to whatever my roll is.
Bum 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 bum
It
bum.
was a +4.
Yeah, cool. Yep. You wedge your arms in, pry the thing open, And as soon as you get the door open, on the other side, Babali has his mech arms crossed, and he is leaning up against a pillar, and there are 4 Arcas behind him.
Hello, friend.
He smiles. Well, 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 well,
Oh,
well,
hey,
well,
hey,
well, well.
Before he even starts to fish, I'm gonna charge right at him.
All right, go for it.
Guys, I am tired
Just
of that
a little
shit.
goat man.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's a 6 for fight.
Are you making sure that you are discluding any bonuses you're getting from your mech? Because you have no mech? Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, it's just.
You got that sweet military combat training.
I know it wasn't even in the military. That was just
The rage.
Goat
Okay, so
rage.
you got a... Sorry, what was that again?
that was a 6.
Okay, so you charge him. He's pushed back, taken by surprise, is like, what the fuck? So he goes sliding back into the other Arcas, and they immediately create a barricade to try and prevent you guys from going through.
All right.
So we'll go, turn order goes this way as per usual. So,
Nadira, please stay back.
okay.
Popping off.
Whoop.
I will run, or I guess slither.
It's gross.
Yes. Yeah,
Nasty.
exactly. Roll and
Oh, God.
leap up and get into Babali's mech.
Okay, what are you trying to accomplish with
I'm
this?
going to use the arms of Babali's mech to start smashing Arcas.
Oh, good. Okay, so go ahead and roll. I'm going to argue a burglary check here.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. So 1.
2.
Oh.
Babali is terrified! He has no defense. You're just slithering all across his fucking body. You're weird, cool, robot metal. It's just not good. And so his arms are now your arms.
Thank you, friend. Smash.
You can't do that yet.
I
You
know.
gotta chill out.
I'm gonna need that later. Don't do it.
Let's see.
We
Gonna
got this,
I guess spring into action and try and take down one of the Arcas.
Okay, do it.
So I'm gonna fight it with my blade arms.
Stab it with the blades.
Stab it with your blade arms.
Stab it with the blade arms.
I got 4.
A 4. Okay, what exactly were you trying to do with your blade arms?
Stab it into its main.
Run it
Okay,
through.
just run it through in general.
Run through.
Okay, you got a 4? Okay, ting! Your blade arm bounces clear off this seamless sucker.
Shit.
So, Babali's panicking. He's gonna try and roll some kind of a strength check to get you out of there. For sure, roll physique.
Physique.
He recognizes and knows that he cannot win.
Liquid metal. Physique. 5.
He got nothing. He's screaming. He's freaking out. He can't escape. There's nothing going on. So Arca 1 is going to go for you. So go ahead and roll either like a dodge or an athletics check. So this thing is just coming at you. It plans on just smashing you.
It's a 1 for
It's
athletics.
a 1. Okay, so
The Arca's like, I'm
I got the spaghetti. He's like the comedy.
The ball's like, not spaghetti!
No.
Not spaghetti. Okay, so go ahead and take 2 shift of damage.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Arca 2 is going for you.
I got a 2.
Okay, so it comes at you and you just barely dodge right out of the way. Arca 3 is going for Nadira. Let me just get all these character sheets out over here. Alright, Nadira, please don't die. Okay. Nadira takes a solid punch to the face. And then Arca 4, I guess, is going to try and help Babali. I don't know. It's rolling a physique to try and pull Boop Snoot off. Okay. He's trying to yank you out of Babali's insides.
6.
7.
Okay. It puts up a hell of a fight. These Arcas are considerably more beefy than the last go round, and he almost yanks you out of there. But you're too good for that.
Alright, so I'm gonna go back towards Babale, and using my high concept of a better example, I guess provoke in a way. I'm just gonna say, like, I'm gonna go up to Babale's face and like, Babale, you are relieved of duty.
Oh, God.
And I want to yank him out of his mech suit.
Okay.
So,
go ahead and you'll roll strength on that.
okay.
Or a physique, I guess, technically. And then you will get a +1 because you are invoking your high concept.
Yeah.
And are you, Boops Dude, are you just going to let him get rippity yanked out of there?
I can help. Ejector seat style.
Okay, go ahead and roll, I guess, physique on that one, too. With your powers combined, this guy's screwed, virtually.
That's a 5 for
4.
physique.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. So literally, you start to pull, and then Boops Dude's like, and Babali just goes launching out of the front of the mech, smacks clear into the wall. He had like a bandage on his fucking face from the time you guys broke his nose like 8 days ago, and you just hear the crunch again as he re-breaks his fucking nose.
Yikes.
And
Ouch.
let me just. He's not down though. He's trying to get up.
That his mech suit's mine now.
If Ivalo has entered the mech, I will release. Well, before I do so, I will take the one Arca that's attacking Nadira, grab it, and smash it.
Okay, go ahead and roll physique for that.
I won't be able to use liquid metal for this, will I?
No, because you're using the mech. That's
Yes.
correct.
Whoa!
Well,
Okay, so
a bedillion.
how I know, but what's the number
8.
in all honesty?
8.
I think you may very well have just managed to break the rule that this thing cannot be ripped apart.
Like a tin can.
Alright.
Do not hurt my friend.
Me
Alright,
and my
so you
boys
do a
crushing
considerable amount of
PBRs.
damage, but he does let go. It does let go of Nadira.
Can I, because I rolled so well, smash it and drag it like you're squishing a bug?
Sure.
I just want to pull it away.
Okay, you succeed in doing so for sure.
Hooray. I'm gonna try and stab this thing again.
Do it!
Oof. Well,
I got a 2. Okay, so ting, same thing.
God! Fuck!
Perhaps smashing would be better.
I don't do that!
You're elegant, right? You're not a brute.
I am a brute. I am brute.
I am not Bender. I cannot bend.
Babali, whoo! He whips a pistol from his,
Pistol
like,
whip.
a little holster. He whips
Whips
that
it
out
out.
of there. He just whips it right out. And he is going to attempt to shoot at Ilya. So,
You're squishy. Ooh.
Yikes.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I got all negs, but with the athletics, that makes it a -2.
okay. So go ahead and take 4 shifts of damage from
Yes,
getting
who is
shot
down?
directly
You
in the
could
back.
take a consequence instead.
Oh,
Okay.
and you actually also recover your physical stress.
Oh,
if you guys
okay.
don't know that, sorry, I
Well,
totally.
okay. Yeah, I didn't
spaced
know that. Okay.
In that
Yep.
case, I guess.
Yeah, if you had damage last time, you were sitting alone in a cell for
Okay.
long enough that you would have physically recovered from
Yeah.
whatever damage.
Okay. So I guess can I guess take a consequence instead?
Okay, so you can take your 4 consequence if you wish to erase all damage, 2 consequence if you wish to erase half damage.
Well, if I only do half damage, then I'm still down.
You take 1 2-shift box, so you just take 1 box of damage. You'll
Okay.
still be alive, but
Okay.
you will be at half.
because I
health.
only have 2.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
would take the 2 and then the 2, and you'd still have your 1 shift. So you'd be.
Okay. Okay, so then yeah, I'll take a mild consequence.
Okay, so we're gonna call this mild consequence exposed chassis. So the laser bullet has gone through your back and taken out some not necessarily vital parts, and now your entire back area is exposed because the outer chassis has melted. So that's cool. So Arca 1 is going to go for Evolo because Evolo is now in this mech and it's terrifying. So you can use your mech bonuses for your physique, by the way, as your instead of dodge this go around because now you are in a mech, so now you are beefy and you can block the biz.
All right, my beefiness is a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 with the stunt, which is walking shield.
Okay, so this Arca tries to go for you, and you are in Babali's massive ass compensation mech.
Seriously.
That's really what's happening. Arca 2 now sees that you are available and is going to try and pummel.
This is worth mine.
So, what am I rolling?
If you want to roll physique and take the hit, you can. If you want to roll dodge and dodge, you can.
Physique. So that's 5, 6, 7 with liquid metal.
Can't do it. Arca 3 is, despite the fact, so you took that guy, you dragged him across the ground. It gets up and it's still going to go after Nadira. Nadira takes... Nadira puts her arm up to defend herself. This thing comes down on her
Would
arm.
I be able to intervene?
Nope. Unless you want to play... Oh, Fate Chip? Alright. Yes.
I will all the way over to her and create a shield on her arm.
Okay. Ching! So that'll give her a nice +2, which... Yeah, so she ends up deflecting that successfully. Arca 4 is now like, oh no, the mech, oh god! It sees his first friend failing to take the mech down, and also attempts to come at you.
My physique and walking shield is a... that's just a 3.
Okay, it still can't take you.
Come on. Come on!
So you got 2 that are trying to like grapple you and pull you to the ground.
All right, smash them together.
Okay, do it.
Hulk smash.
Roll for fight on that guy.
For fight. Oh, come back here.
It's Evoloing time.
All right, with the +2.
It's clobbering time. I just think about like the little action figure.
That's a 7 for my total fight skill.
Okay. So those 2 Arcas do take some smash damage. They are not having a good time.
I am currently attached.
Correct them all.
I'm going to reach out to the one that was attacking Nadira, rip it apart.
Okay.
But you can't rip it apart. It's seamless.
I smashed it already. So that is a 5.
Okay. You are kind of split between being 2 forms, so you do manage to pull like a chunk off of it, but it's not down yet.
My turn.
It's you.
It is me. I am going to disengage from this one and go after Babali with my blade arms.
Okay. Rip Babali. Here we go, guys.
So that...
My organic flesh!
3.
Babali has done the fucking impossible.
What?
So you are coming down at him, and he takes the part of the Arca that you kind of ripped and threw, grabs it and throws it up in front of himself, and so you bounce right off of that shit. He's like, ha 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 ha! He's like super fucking surprised that he managed to pull that off.
How does he hold the Arca if he's got cloven hooves?
In his little pinchy hands.
Okay.
He's got an opposable thumb. It's
He's
just
just like-
it's not a good grip. He literally, that's...
It's weird, I know.
This may have been the most impressive thing Babali has ever done in his life.
Good job, Babali.
And now he's just maniacally laughing. So now he has this thing. and you are like virtually on top of him. I imagine what happened is he threw it up, you bounced, and then you are now like locked onto the makeshift shield. He's like under there panicking, so I guess he's going to attempt to push you off of him. Please roll to contest.
Please clap.
What do I roll?
Well, it depends. If you want to, because if he's gonna try and virtually just buck you like this, so you could roll physique to hang on. You could roll athletics or acrobatics to jump out of the way. Like it's
Okay,
truly
I'm
up
gonna
to
do
you.
athletics. That was 2.
Okay, so you weren't expecting to get
Can-
thrown.
Hold on. I also have lightweight efficiency.
Yeah.
Can that play into this?
No, I think that's pretty effectively what happened anyway. He goes to buck you and was not prepared for you to be that light, and you just bounce back like springy. You were built to do this, and he's like, damn it. So now he is sad. So Arca 1 is going to go, let's see, Arca 1 went for you last time.
I've got.
It recognizes that you are a problem.
Okay.
And it is going to go for you again. You are big and scary, and it doesn't like that. So go ahead and roll physique.
My physique is a 3 again.
Okay. It's a little bit of a bruisey struggle. It
Okay.
can't seem to get through to you. So the second Arca, help it. It's going to try and punch you.
Physique.
Yes.
4, 5, 6.
Okay, yep, they're strong, but they're not getting through. Alright, the third one is going for Nadira again. This thing is really out to get her.
How it would have to move around me.
Yeah, it can't.
I'm in front of Nadira.
So, well, how wide are you?
Enough to cover her, like a tower shield.
Okay, so then it zips around to the side and tries to take her out from the side. Pretty effectively. She does get a bonus, obviously, but yeah, he tries to slip a nipple around to the side there.
Slippery nipple.
Okay, so this thing comes around the back of her and goes to just clock her in the side of the head. What ends up happening is you are kind of on the front portion of her arm. She brings her arm back to protect her head, and you just hear crunch as her entire arm just breaks underneath the weight of the Arca.
Yeah, that happens.
And her arm goes completely limp because it is broken.
Great. Now she has no arms to use.
And the last guy is going for you. They're trying really hard.
I know they are. I am a total
You were a
of
tower.
a 4.
Yep, nope, they can't fucking touch you.
I know what I
I love it. Babali's pissed because he can't even pilot his own fucking mech well enough to fight anything,
Alright,
and he just watches you all jump in that shit, and it's like fucking rock'em sock'em robots over here. Babali's ashamed.
Alright,
The shame is real.
if I could, I want to see if I can whip one of these Argos over at Babali.
Okay, sure. Chuck it.
Would that be a physique
It
one as
will
well?
be a physique.
Okay.
Okay, so I will actually, I'm gonna roll for both the Arca and Babali in the
Chuck 'em,
physical
buck.
distance.
Okay. As a. Ooh, that was weird.
Would you like some extra
Ooh,
fudge
nice.
slice?
Oh no, it is okay, thank you.
That's a 5 for my physique.
Okay, so the Arca doesn't take any damage.
That's
But
okay.
you have chucked the robot at Babali. You said 5?
Yeah.
Ow!
What's that?
Son of a bitch!
Here, Babali. What? So here's a mech suit for you.
Ow!
I will detach from Nadira's arm,
Okay.
slither over to the one, and grab it and try to smash the two Arcas together. Because there are 2,
There are.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
So physique then?
Yep.
Nope. So that's a -3. So that's 3.
Okay. Yeah, the Arca lifts itself up and turns itself to a side that you haven't damaged yet, so you can't grab onto anything because there's nothing to grab onto at that point. On that side, it's his good side. You just witnessed Babali get an entire fucking arc tossed at him.
Would you like some assistance?
Oh my! You're gonna
God,
finish him off.
okay, sure. Go ahead and roll for fight. Poor fucking Babali.
Oh, lucky for him, I only have a 1.
Woo! So you go to. This is
Leave him be,
fucking
Ilya.
close. You go to come down, he goes, ha! And then just barely rolls out of the way as your fucking blade, like, slices his fucking ear, and he's like, oh, Jesus! He, like, barely scraped by that one.
Also, Ilya's red now.
Oh, good. Anger bot, initiate. So,
He destroyed my chassis. I will destroy his life.
How dare you? I am exposed.
Babali recognizes that this is a fucking losing fight for him, or at least he needs to back up. I can't help him do any of this. Really, there's nothing that... Maybe. He starts to try and punch in the code of a nearby empty cell in an attempt to go hide in one. So he is spending his turn doing that.
That's hilarious.
He's like, oh shit! So, not good.
1, 1, 1, 1.
Arca 1, which was not the one that you chucked.
Right.
There's one next to you. And he's still trying to fight you. They're pretty much programmed to fight now.
I feel like I really should just try to like counter or something, but no. That's still a free for my physique.
Okay, yep, can't fucking hit you. So 2 and 3 are over by you. So 2 is going for you.
2 for you.
A lot. 7, I think.
Okay, can't do it. 3 recognizes that it got Nadira, but is not going to try and take her out. At this point, he's going to try and restrain her. Okay. Okay, so this thing successfully wraps its arm around her neck, and so now she is kind of in a chokehold at this point. And then Arca 4 got chucked. Arca 4 spends the turn righting itself because now it is like, what is up,
What is up, eh?
What is up, dudes?
dog? Diggy dog?
Okay. What? Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Argos that's attacking me, and I'm gonna run with him, and I'm gonna hit the Argos that was attacking Book Snoop.
Okay.
That way.
Agents of Smash.
Agents of Smash is right. That's a 5 for my fight skill.
Okay. So let's see. Arca 1 is going to try and resist. Can't do it. You just grab him. And then I'm going to roll for the damage resist here. Okay. This asshole and this asshole. Okay. Parts are flying. There are screws flying now.
Good job. I will attempt to break the arm of the Arca that's holding Nadira.
Okay.
Wow. All neutrals. Still. 4, 5, 6. Physique.
All right.
Liquid
You
metal.
bust its arm off. It now has no arm.
My arm fell off.
Do not touch my friend.
Beep boop. It doesn't. It's a robot. It doesn't know what's going on.
I will still give it the warning.
I guess gonna go after the Arca that's riding itself, because Babali can suck it, I guess.
Yeah. He's like, oh no! Just like screaming.
Suck it, Babali. Suck it.
Alright, that was a 4.
Okay, so you go at it. Ting! Bounce the fuck off. Your blades are not strong enough!
Guess not.
So Babali's panicking. He is opening the cell door and then realizes that he can't close it from the inside because that's not how these doors work. So he goes and backs up into the corner.
To pee himself.
He's gonna radio.
He backs up in the corner to get away and then goes to make another shot. This time, at Ivalo because he's recognizing that this is a problem. So go ahead and roll physique on that.
Physique one on that. That's a 4 for physique.
Okay, go ahead and take 1 shift of damage. Ping! The bullet goes through part of Babali's like, but creation. He shoots at his own mech and cries a little bit.
The creation, this piece of shit.
So you got some fizzy tubes, fizzy hydraulics
You got
here.
fizzy tubes.
You got fizzy tubes. Arca 1 is now seeing that you got shot and is going to come at you, even though it has not been successful this entire time.
Roll that physique, brah.
Bruh.
Do you even roll physique, brah?
This is a 3 physique.
Okay, so you take a 2 shift of damage.
Oh no.
And it drags you down to your knees. The mech is now on your knees. So
I got it.
Arca 2, do you have
Oh
a
no,
question?
I'm stuck in
Okay.
my
No one
Like,
gets me
yes,
on my
dude.
knees.
So Arca 2's going for you.
Seven.
Okay, yep. Arca 3 just had its arm ripped off and it's mad, so it's gonna also try and punch you. But it only has 1 arm.
Ooh. That's 8.
Okay, so arguably it kills itself because honestly it got a 0. So it goes and tries to slam into you and just crumples. So 1 Arca down.
Okay.
That's kind of horrifying.
Arca 4 is like, what's happening? And it's getting stabbed now, so it doesn't know what's going on. And it's going to try, since you stabbed next to it, it's just going to try and club you in the side of the head.
I got a 0.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you are going to take 5 shifts of damage.
God damn.
Ooh.
So, you can choose to take a consequence as you see fit and reduce the damage. You would have to take at least the 4-shift consequence.
Yeah. Well, then I would still have, because I only have 1 shift
Oh,
left.
so you have to take
it's
at least a 6.
So I guess I'm going to take a severe consequence here.
Okay.
You must have.
So, effectively, he goes at you, and what ends up getting destroyed is a pretty essential component in the side of your head. You can no longer connect with the ship, send out any transmissions. You're
I'm kinda
scrambled. Your face is like, so you also are going to roll a disadvantage on any fight checks because you can hardly see. So
Okay,
you
so-
got really wrecked. We'll call that scrambled interior.
Scrambled.
Babali's like, woo!
The longer we are here, the more dangerous this becomes. We need to take care of this quickly.
Okay, so Babali's gonna shoot the mech again.
Hey!
Yes, that's a 6 for physique.
Okay! Babali's like, hey! He shoots, and then it bounces off one of the really nice armored spots, and Babali's like, fuck, I'm good. Son of a bitch.
Fuck.
So he's mad because his design was great. The other Arca's gonna go after you. It recognizes that you are on your knees.
No one gets me on my knees. Ooh. That's a 5 for physique.
Okay? Yep, it can't fucking touch you. Arca 2, going at you.
6. Physique.
Okay, these things are just trying to clobber into you, and all they're doing is just slowly crunching their own parts. The Arca that went after you is going to try and physically restrain you now. It's no longer trying to murder you. So, go ahead and roll a dodge if you can.
A 1.
Despite the fact that you can hardly see, you make a really good go for it, but he does end up grabbing you, and so now you are physically restrained. You don't take damage, but you can't move. And yeah.
Okay, so there's 1 on me, 1 you, 1 there, and Babali's hanging like a coward. So,
Shoot, taking pot shots from the
Coward.
You insolent coward.
all right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press down on the ground. You'll lift myself up and do like a drop kick onto the Argos
Yes.
and kick him
good.
into the cell that Babali is in.
Good.
'Cause that's what I want to do. Here we go with the fight skill. That's a 7 for my fight skill.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so. Okay, so the Arca that you drop kicked is like, ow, Jesus! So it's not really having a good time. It goes flying across the yard or the cells directly into Babali, who honestly takes that like a fucking champion. So it comes sliding this direction, and he is like fucking ready for it. He puts his horns down and actually like takes the hit. This may be the best thing Babali has ever fucking done. If anything, Babali is realizing he has self-worth outside of his mech, and this is important for character development. So
I will. There's only one Arca near me, correct?
correct.
I will tear it to pieces.
Do it.
6 physique.
Okay, you don't tear it to pieces, but it is not looking good.
We gotta get Ilya.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Yes.
So the only thing that you can do currently is use either physique or athletics to try and wriggle your way out of this Arca's grip.
I'm a wriggle.
Okay, wiggle like a worm.
Wiggle.
All right. Well, I got 4.
Okay, so you try and wriggle, but this bitch is a solid grip. And he says, resistance is futile.
I'm not the Borg.
What? Shouts. It has no idea what's going on. So,
Or rather, you're not the Borg.
Babali's gonna take another shot at the mech because that's the only thing he knows how to do now. That's all he's got.
Well, so tough shit. That's a 5 for physique.
Damn it. Yeah, so he's just hitting armor plating at this point. It's not working. The one that you chucked is gonna spend its turn getting up
Okay.
because it is fucking confused. The one that's attacking you is gonna continue to do so. It's got like one last hurrah in it.
6 physique.
Gets close, but no fucking cigar. And then the one that's got you is going to just continue to restrain you, so you get an opportunity to resist it again.
2.
It slips.
Ooh.
And you just slip right out of there. The robot, if it could cuss, would be like, fuck. But it can't, so here it is.
Alright. So, I did the drop kick, now I do the Iron Man punch. I'm gonna jump up, and I'm gonna take down the Argos that was restraining Ilya.
Good. Good.
Here I go.
Do it.
So, here it comes. Superhero landing! That's a 6 for fighting.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
It's gonna determine its fate. Hold on. It's essential that I know exactly what this
Where'd
is.
it go?
It is a negative. Okay, yeah, so you don't kill it, but it is fucking hurting. Fucking
Smash.
hurting. It's the chassis, the outer shell of the robot is just crumpling.
I will rip the one that's coming apart. Ooh, not great. So
Should be weak enough.
4.
The Arca turns its back to you, which is virtually the only part of it that has not been damaged.
That's the only one that cheats.
And defends itself. If it could, it would say, ha ha, ha ha ha, but it can't, so it sits in silence.
My turn, yes?
Get back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Nadira.
Okay, because Nadira is just shuddering in the corner, cradling her broken arm. She is like fucking freaking out. She's so shocked she can't really do anything.
I'll yell. Sorry. Ilya, get Nadira to the shadow!
We need to run quickly.
Okay, sure. So she starts to run you over into the docking bay. So, Babali is just going to continue to take pot shots because he's a champion.
Because he's a champ.
Okay.
Honestly, Babali's a better shot than Sakita, and I'm genuinely really surprised.
That is a 4 for my physique.
Bing! Bounces right the fuck off. The Arca that has since spent its time riding itself it's approaching you from behind now since your back is turned and is gonna try and clock you.
Hey, from behind me. Hitting from the back is a coward's weapon. Alright, I had the physique right. Alright, that's a 5 for physique.
Okay, doesn't do anything. The one that turned its back to you is gonna try and spin and just club you on the way back around. It is really desperate.
4.
It just crumples itself into nothing and dies.
Haha.
Alright.
short circuits. It is out.
Alright.
The one that was restraining you is like, oh shit, and is going to pursue you guys to the docking bay.
Okay, so I will do a. I guess I will try to. I want to say a risk taker right there.
Okay.
Invoke it. What I want to do is roundhouse kick the Argos behind me into the one trying to pursue Ilya and Nadira.
Okay, trick shot. I'll take it.
All right. Ooh. Okay. Not too good that time. That's only a 4 for fight.
Okay, so because you invoked it, you do get one of those guys
Oh,
back.
cool.
All right, let's roundhouse kick that bitch. Let's see what they got. So 4, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Arca does move, but nobody takes any damage. So you're able to push it away from
Okay.
Boop Snoot, and it's like a little bit like, what the fuck happened? But it
Alright.
doesn't go anywhere.
Boop Snoot, go!
Okay, and I will follow.
Okay, so you go.
Just gonna just keep on keeping on.
Okay, so you approach the door to the dock, and there
Okay.
is an access keypad for
I have
entry.
those codes, correct?
You do indeed.
All right.
They're all
I'm
messed
going
up, though.
Zap. So you, you can't connect to anything wirelessly, but luckily you do now have the codes like in your actual physical system. So as soon as you touch it, boop, the door kicks open, and you and Nadira go through it into the
Fantastic.
dock. Babali is inherently a coward. As soon as he sees that most of y'all are gone, he has a fucking broken nose. He is proud of himself.
That's enough for me today.
He did a lot of amazing shit today, but he also recognizes that if he pursues you, there is a large chance that he is going to die. So Babali is going to stay behind. He slumps down on the floor, he cradles his broken nose, and he's just like, shit. Stays there. So, the Arca that was dealing with you now turns around to fucking fight you because you have kicked it and it is angry.
Okay.
Angry.
Angry!
Oh, he's angry, huh? Okay.
Done. Duel!
That is a 5 for physique.
5 Zeke.
It hurts itself. It hurt itself in the confusion. The other one is still pursuing you, so you are moving quickly, but it is still in hot pursuit. It hasn't caught up to you yet. Luckily, you guys are about evenly paced in terms of speed. So.
All right, so that guy had he hurt himself, so I'm gonna see if I can just straight up
Why are you
take.
hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?
I'm just gonna straight up take him down now. Just
it.
gonna see if I can punch right through that chassis. It is.
do it.
Smash.
That's a 7 for fighting.
Yep, he fucking. You like rip all the parts out from inside it. It is dead.
Cause I had electrical
Halima.
heart.
Yeah, it is done. So, all of the Arcas in the area are clear. As far as you can tell, Babali's not shooting anymore, so...
All right.
There's still one in pursuit, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. So, you see that... So, it goes Nadira and Ilya, the Arca, and then you. Launch!
Is it?
Are you attempting to restrain it or spear through it?
Spear through it.
Oh my god. Whoa! Look at that.
Unfortunate. So that is a physique of 4.
Wow, so its backside was doing really good and you just bounce off of it. Okay.
All right. I have no longer range weapons. I'm gonna just keep on running.
keep on
Okay,
trucking.
so
Running,
you are now in
running.
the middle of the docking bay. You see several ships in here.
I go and find the closest one, I guess,
Okay, you find the closest one.
and I open it up and get inside.
You try to open it up and get inside, and it's not opening. Nadira cradles her arm. This isn't a prison vessel.
Shit. Okay, lead the way.
she's shocked. She doesn't know what's going on.
Eh.
Her arm's broken. She's freaking
Yeah.
out. So
I have no medical.
well, you
expertise.
attempted to just get into some fucks. I imagine that this is probably one of the like lieutenants or like captains on board, like their private like space cruiser, and you're just like, this is a prison vessel, right? And you're just panicking.
It's all fancy.
So the Arca has now proceeded to catch up to you and is gonna just try and deck you down because it recognizes that you are a threat.
2.
Okay, you dodge out of the way.
Okay, so I am going to make my way towards everyone else, and I'm not gonna be.
I like dipped down
Alright.
the splits.
Yeah, you were like,
Okay.
woo!
Alright, so I'll make my way past Boop Snoop. I'm gonna just do like a quick little leap. I'm gonna jam my charisma stick into a crevice into the
I like it.
into the Argos, and just that way it can't pull it out. Full on electric shock. That's going to be it's a 7.
Okay, you watch this poor bitch short circuit and die. Light literally flashes before its eyes.
Seems you can't have too much electricity.
So, after all of it,
Electricity.
you are now seemingly alone.
All right, we need to find the prison convoy.
Let's see.
Nadira's just crying.
Will I do lore or resources to find them?
Resources.
All right, that's just a 2.
A 2. Okay, so there are several prison convoys here, but you know that they are at the back of the dock.
All the way there.
Okay, well then let's go.
Okay.
I want to pick up Nadira.
Okay.
If she's too scared to move, I'll carry her.
Cool. So you have Nadira in your arms. Y'all are running. And as you make it to the back of the dock, you see several prison ships.
Okay.
Which one would be the closest to a exit bay?
So there is one giant exit bay, so they are all relatively the same distance.
Okay.
Who is best equipped to get the ship working?
I know how to fly.
I can turn it on, but her arm is just fucked, so she is sad. It's gonna take a
Ivalo?
little time.
Do you know how to open the hangar doors?
Yes, but as soon as I open it, it's going to cause a major shift of airflow outside.
The hangar doors can only be opened by somebody back at the control room.
You 3 get on the ship. I'll take care of it.
Listen,
Nadira starts to cry.
I gently put her down, like.
No,
I'm like, no.
they will kill you. Let me go. Let me go.
I just crack a smile, like.
That's fine with me. The only thing that matters is all 3 of you managed to get out and
Oh
live.
my god. Okay, well
There's
now
that.
she is crying.
And Ilya, by the way, I knew it was you who shot me all that time ago when I protected the counselor.
How?
I picked up some tidbits.
Call it soldier's intuition.
I know an assassin when I see one.
Well, Ivalo, it was a delight working with you. Send Sakita my regards from the White Knight.
Of course. Yeah, so 800T-5N00T. I hope I managed to accomplish my mission of keeping you safe.
You have. You are the most honorable.
I truly hope I am.
And I go back towards the control. I go back
Okay.
towards the control room.
So at this point, prison guards are mobilizing, and you are met with 3 officers.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll start with this end.
Okay. We're getting the ship on and going, right?
Okay, so you have the access codes to open the ship.
Okay.
You step inside. Nadira starts to punch things into the control panel to try and get the ship open, and she starts to panic.
What is it?
Shit! She hits the dashboard of the ship, and she looks frantically around.
What is wrong?
Somebody gutted this.
the ship, it's...
Yeah, it's totally not gonna fly. She kicks it. And you now realize the total underside of this like command console for the ship has been completely shredded.
What if I interfaced with it?
We should try the other ones first.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so y'all start to move to the next convoy. There's 4.
I won't be able to hold my for long.
Okay, so you are now up against 3 guards. All 3 of them are Terran.
Okay. There's a typical Terran's always late to the party.
They are insulted. They're so insulted.
You wound me,
That is
sir.
a space discovery joke, and they are offended. We figured out light speed. A guy just like panics and goes to just clock you with a charisma stick. God help him.
God help him is right. It's a 5 for physique.
Okay, he goes to hit you, and you just literally go, and just like
It's literally like the sound of someone hitting a stick.
backhand him across the room. The other guy pulls out a gun and attempts to shoot you. Wow.
4.
Ping! The bullet bounces right off of your exoskeleton, and the other one goes to shoot you.
That's a 4.
The recoil, he hits himself in the forehead with his own gun.
Banana guards!
Okay, so you guys manage to make it to the next ship. Bam, you hit it with the access code, you go inside it. This ship has also been gutted.
Keep
Fuck.
moving.
We need to go.
Keep
Okay.
moving.
Again with me. Okay, so I will. So I'm going to take the gun from the guy who had the bad recoil,
So terrible.
and I'll just do a quick counter move and then pound him right in the face.
Oh my god.
This is really how it's gonna be. This is how it's gonna be. It's going to be a 3 for fight.
Okay, so he's knocked unconscious.
Ow, right?
He's like,
kiss it.
ow! And then you turn it around and then just hit him again. He's just like, owie! Okay, so the one guy that got knocked across the room, in panic, just chucks the Christmas stick across the room at you.
I'll just move out of the way with a dodge. It's a 3.
Ah, you barely dodged the Christmas stick. This guy's got a good arm. The other guy decides to try and shoot at you again.
All right. Well, that is a 4 for physique.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No. Okay. So y'all run to the 3rd ship. Boop. Hit the button. Open it. This one's gutted.
You guys gotta take the normal.
One more. If the last one is gutted, then I have to interface.
That's alright. I'm like, oh man. So you humans are so goddamn pathetic.
Oh my god. These Terrans are just
I'm
crying.
just the girl with the gun.
I'm just the girl with the gun.
I've got bloodlust.
I've got bloodlust.
Like, I'm going to shoot at the one who shot at me. That is a 4 for shooting.
He's dead.
He.
Just boom, headshot. Boom, headshot. Boom, headshot.
We're almost
So-
there. We're almost there.
Terrible. So, those guys are cleared.
Okay.
You hear other guards coming to approach the dock door.
Okay.
And you know that more guards will come through if they can get through that door.
Okay. I'm just going to yell at them. Just get in a shuttle and close it.
Okay, so
This is.
Okay,
We're
you
at
get
the
in the
last
4th
one.
shuttle. It's gutted.
that's what I thought. Close the doors.
All right.
I'm going to interface with the system itself, and we're going to use my software to pilot the ship instead.
Okay.
All right. At that moment, I'm gonna get to the control panel and open the bay doors.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a resources check to make sure you actually know how to do that.
All right. Hopefully I know how. It's a 3 for a resource.
Okay, so you are familiar. You go ahead and you open those access doors, and as soon as you do, unfortunately, so there's 2 controls. There's ones to lock the dock doors and ones to open this one.
Okay.
You've opened this one without locking these guys. This opens, and 5 or 6 guards who were coming through to take care of the situation are now like
I know what.
out into the fucking vacuum of space.
I know what I was doing.
A couple of guys grab onto some shit, and very quickly their oxygen supply is being depleted. out out into space.
It's like if the shuttle is gonna be dragged out, I'm prepared to let go of the mech suit and fly out, and hopefully you guys will find me.
Well, so
No, I don't think so.
you are in a self-contained room,
That's
so
true.
you are actually all locked in and safe. So you're watching all these poor fucks just like spaghetti out into the vacuum of space.
I'm going. All right, on the intercom, I say, "Go!"
So,
Can we cut it?
can we cut it for break?
Yeah.
Okay, so spaghetti. And now you guys are preparing for takeoff. And yeah, we will take a break.
Oh,
Boomson's dying.
Thank you.
Adam's dying. So
dying.
we'll be back. We'll see if these fucks manage to actually make it out the bay door without dying. Hopefully somebody's a good pilot.
Oh my gosh.
Bye. Welcome back, kids. We're back. We're escaping this goddamn ship. So, you all, you are safe within the confines of a suction-locked control room. You have opened the doors. You have watched several sad men fly out of the airlock because they are now in space. You guys are in the very last prison ship. All three of the other ones have been gutted. This one has been gutted. It's almost as if somebody doesn't want you to leave.
Time to plug myself in into the matrix.
Time to interface with this bitch.
I want you to roll
Oh shit.
for lore.
That's a 4.
Okay, so go ahead and take 2 shifts of will damage. It is very difficult for you to do this. You got clobbered upside the head. Your systems are not functioning as normal, but you managed to interface with the ship. Nadira, as best as she can, her arm is just totally fucked. I don't know how often people break this part of their arm, but I imagine that is literally the worst. So she is trying to cradle her arm, buckle her actual harness, and she can't seem to do it.
Let me help.
She stops.
Actual hands. It's kind of creepy.
Ah! No, I don't like it. Oh, I don't like
Buckles it.
Okay, cool. So she gets clipped in. Oh, okay. So she's ready to sit down, and you have sat in the captain's chair. You are interfaced in.
I imagine all the articulated parts and stuff from the hands and around the arms are just integrated into the chair itself.
Cool. So you have tapped into the system there. So what you see is white. This is pretty normal for you. This is not bizarre. And then at that point, the HUD from the prison convoy pops up. You can see all the controls and understand, where the ignition is. This is a pretty basic ship. You have flown ships like this before. But as you're sitting there, you hear someone behind you say, "Damn you."
Bite my shiny metal ass.
You couldn't.
The person doesn't leave.
Well, I'm gonna just start flying. I
Fuck
guess.
you. Just fuck you.
Oh, I know you want to.
If I ever see you again, I will make sure I will take every single part out of you piece by piece until there's nothing left of you.
Have fun with that fantasy. You're never seeing my face again.
Okay, if you want to take off, go ahead and roll for a drive.
Alright. Well, I got a resounding 5.
Okay, the thrusters start, so you're getting ready to go. Meanwhile, while the ship is gearing up for takeoff, in your room, there is an alternate door.
Yeah.
Other than the set of stairs that you went up. The door opens, the Chancellor is on the other side with 2 Arcas. And the Arcas are going to rush to try and slam the button to close the airlock.
I will.
Go ahead and invoke. So, well, I just gotta use a fate point.
Alright, sure.
Just do everything I can to keep him from doing so.
So, you don't actually have to roll. How would you like to block the Arca from getting to the button?
I'll block the Arca by, just by elbowing it right back into the counselor.
Oh, good. So she gets knocked back. Her little, like, robot legs scuttle a little bit. And you have been launched into space.
Yeah, no.
You three are successfully off of the fin.
Huzzah.
Like I said, counselor, I care more about those prisoners than you ever would.
She takes a deep breath and she folds her hands in front of herself gently. She says, I was planning on launching Boop Snoot. She shakes her head. She hates saying Boop Snoot. Into space. Anyway, so that is not a loss to me. The ambassador of Aurora was valuable, but I also understand that he would not have cooperated at all. Nadira betrayed us. Hopefully she will recognize her mistake as soon as she gets off this ship and onto an Animus one. It saddens me that they were able to leave, but I also understand that traitors are not valuable, and neither are prisoners that I cannot use. You have effectively saved 2 hunks of metal and a traitor.
No, to you, that's what they are. To me, they're the closest people I ever got to meet.
You will be executed.
And I'm gonna give you the widest grin possible.
So she waits, so an Arca is gonna approach you, and he sticks out a dongle.
Huh? A dongle?
The dongle
He
goes...
dingles his dongle?
He dingled his dongle. The dongle goes into the back of your mech, and he's trying to short-circuit your mech, virtually.
Okay.
You gonna go down fighting, or are you gonna resist?
I'm still gonna go for it.
Shit. Doot.
Okay, that's just a 6 for fighting, though.
Okay, so your will versus the Arca's. Your will is stronger. An electric current shoots out of the back of the mech and zaps the Arca. Within minutes, there are about 15 guards in this very small room, and they dogpile you. So go ahead and roll a physique check for that.
My physique is it's a 4. Physique.
Okay, so unfortunately, the sheer number of guards that it took to take you down ended up bringing you to your knees. You are ripped from Babali's mech. You see Babali in the background. He's got like tissues stuffed up his nose and a bandage, and he just has his arms crossed because to him that means he won. At least they got one. I'm sure the Chancellor's probably not going to see it that way, but Babali can dream.
We did it!
Yeah, he's like, ooh.
I'm gonna, if I could, just a quick physique roll. I just want to do a quick little kick to the mech suit, and I want to make it just crumble.
Good.
That's a 3 for physique. If I can make that work. It's been through a lot. It's just gotta be banged.
Yeah, it's banged up. So if you don't necessarily demolish the mech. You give it a good kick with your small antelope leg, but it is enough to, at the very least, cause some vicious and violent sparking and some short circuiting. You pulled a hose with your foot.
Yeah.
It's spraying everywhere. Babali has this smug look and then he's like, oh no, and he runs to go and fix his mech because it has been damaged. And the guards take you and they drag you back to a cell, back to solitary. They throw you in the darkness and they close the door behind you.
I just give the widest smile as possible.
So, y'all.
What do we do now?
There is an Well, I have coordinates, actually, to get us back to somewhere that would be safe. But because we have Nadira with us, we may need to stop for supplies.
Where are we going to stop? Eclipse is all over Comia.
There's an Animus cache
Oh,
that we can stop for.
okay. Sure.
Do we know if this ship has tracking beacons on it?
Probably. So now that you guys have successfully taken off, Nadira punches the button on her harness.
Little arm.
Yeah, just meh. She gets up and she is going to look for that shit. She ends up finding it after a hot minute. There is a component underneath the front of the dash that seems to be blinking. She rips it out and she throws it on the ground and with viciousness just starts stomping it out.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I think that takes care of it.
Would you be agreeable if I took a look at your broken arm?
What are you gonna do?
Try to reset the bone.
If you reset the bone, you will probably have to stay attached to her until it is healed.
Come on,
I am aware.
So you're just gonna be my cast for a month and a half?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Sure. She puts her arm out as best as she can.
Would that be...
Medicine theoretically would be
I don't
what it
have any
well
medicine.
then roll.
Ooh.
Oof.
-2.
Okay, you go to start resetting the bone and you do it wrong. So she starts screaming. Ow, 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 ow!
Boy, if only I could give you one of these. One of these.
I'm sorry, I guess I cannot help you.
That's okay, I'll just wait.
The longer it sits in that state, the harder it will be to fix it.
It'll be okay. She stands and she is going to look around the convoy for some medical supplies, which she successfully finds, and she makes a pretty terrible sling for herself, but it is at least a half of a sling.
So, what do you plan to do?
Me?
Both of you.
If it wasn't apparent, I am an operative of Animus. You are welcome to come with me. You'll be safe.
I can't go anywhere else. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Alright. You are also welcome to come with.
No, thank you.
Well, as soon as we are far away from here, you are welcome to go wherever you would like.
Sounds agreeable.
Good.
Alright, I want to do that. I just a little cinematic stuff, but eventually a little CD pops out of your chassis. You didn't know.
Wow, that's old as fuck. CD.
CD-ROM from
Yeah.
the year 2010.
Exactly.
It's got bad Britney Spears on
I
it.
don't have a disc reader.
So trust me, there's a message on there you want to hear.
Well, I suppose I have laser vision eyes. I could just read the disc.
And then you just open your mouth.
Okay,
Okay.
so...
It is very difficult for you to read the disc because your systems are fucked,
Right.
but you get bits and pieces of it.
Okay, basically it starts out, okay, is this thing on? Hopefully it's on. Okay, listen. Everyone, I'm making this message just in case if the worst comes to where, or in my case, the best comes to best, and you guys managed to get out, and I didn't. Don't think of this as me wanting to die or not be able to make it.
I just want to be. It's just a way to me to say that I'm very, very happy to know that you guys managed to get out alive. Even if I didn't, which is fine, you know. I mean, I really did want to come with you if I could, but if there's one thing I knew is that someone was not going to make it, and it may as well have been the one person who had the wrong ideals at the time. Don't mistake this as a way for me to guilt trip you into remembering me or anything, but I just want you all to know that you truly changed my perspective on what to really believe in and what's really honorable and what's really worth fighting for. I hope I did my best of protecting Boop Snoop, and did my best of ensuring that no harm came to Ilya. And whatever is to become to Nadira and the others, I just truly hope that you all will be able to live. That's just about everything I can say. I left a few other files in here I managed to steal from the barracks. There are some trade routes that Eclipse uses that you might want to avoid if you don't want to get captured again. That's the best I can do at this point, on the other hand of me possibly not being there and managing to get you out alive. Regardless, I wish you all the best of luck and Godspeed and all that. And the last words I can say is, Boop Snoot, I truly hope I accomplished my mission, that you would find adequate, and tell Coot I say hi. And then
Nadira starts crying because that was emotional, and she's still shaken by that.
So this is the first time anyone has seen the metal carapace open for Boop Snoot. Boop Snoot is exposed.
Oh my god, what's in there?
It's a little succulent.
Oh,
It's a
no, succulent.
But it's like, if a succulent could like look kind of sad, it's like frumped over and sad.
You opened.
Yes.
Could you do that this whole time?
Yes. I did not know I could.
Oh my god! Nadira just loses it. She was crying and now she's hysterically laughing because the entire time.
Please do not laugh. This is emotional.
Ow, it's okay. I'm sorry.
I lost a friend
I'm sorry.
today,
I'm sorry.
and I am now open. This is new. Closes.
I've had enough.
Well, all right. So
Alright, well,
you pilot the ship to the Animus cache that you know of, and luckily, using those Swick readout files that Ivalo left, you are able to avoid Eclipsean detection. You slip into the night. It seems like the Chancellor's not necessarily coming after you. You land on the cache, you get the supplies that you need, at least to kind of leg you to the next Animus colony that you know of, which is on the very outskirts of this star system. It's in a very secluded place, so you'll be able to make it there safely.
Mm-hmm.
When you get the cache, Boop Snoot requests that he be launched into the depths of space. You put him in the airlock, you seal it off, and you open the doors. Boop Snoot
Goodbye.
is sucked out into the vacuum of space, where you float free, soaking up the sun.
Boop Snoot's gonna mutter to himself. Well, Ivalo, I guess we have found the darkness together.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna be over here fucking crying now. That's fine. Wow. You got me. So you and Nadira successfully make it to the Animus colony, and Nadira gets medical attention because she has this arm and this arm, so she is this arm is totally back up to function, and she even gets a Swick prosthetic arm that Eclipse wouldn't let her have before, so Nadira gets an upgrade. Good job.
Hooray.
And you are reunited with Animus, and
Huzzah.
etc., etc.
I get my face fixed.
As best as they can. As
Supplies aren't that great.
well, it's mostly the skill.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nadira tries her best because she's probably the most experienced, but your technology is far beyond her own understanding.
It's advanced.
You spend many days in the darkness of solitary, but you are at peace because you know what? You're a badass, honestly. So there's that. Eventually, Sakita comes for you, repaired, optimized, better than ever. And he takes you out into the yard where footage of you is broadcasted across the entirety of the Eclipsean colonies on live television,
Awesome.
virtually, and they publicly execute you. You are placed into a chair and you are electrocuted until you are dead.
Yikes.
Sakita sends a message to everyone, mostly within his own system, he would like to say, that he did not order the execution. It was the Chancellor, and the Chancellor does not take kindly to traitors, and encourages everyone to reconsider if they plan on betraying Eclipse. You go down in Animus as a martyr. People know your name. Some people have even made patches out of your, like, security number that you had on the ship and wear them on bomber jackets as a reminder of an inside man who defied Eclipse and saved valuable tech as well as members of Animus. And people idolize that. They think about you when they go to make sacrifices like that.
Yes.
And to close, we see the vacuum of space, a distant binary star system orbiting each other, and a small, circular, metallic orb floats through the nothingness, blinking distantly as he absorbs the sunlight.
Space.
The lumens are
Yay!
adequate.
Good job, guys. Okay, so almost everybody lived. That's pretty good. And Darren was
Wow.
going to sacrifice herself for the good of the people, but Ivalo really
Valo
took that
was
there.
to,
Yeah.
to
Sorry. I couldn't.
So-
Do
So
what
she had a
needs
broken
most.
arm. I couldn't let her do that.
Oh, man. So, thoughts about the system? Like, if we want to spend a couple minutes talking about the system and what we think about Fate Core. I know we've all played this before.
Yes.
You know, so...
Twice before.
Actually, this is my first time playing Firewall.
What? Oh, yeah, I forgot that you weren't there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so first go around, what did you think about Fate Core?
I thought it was really interesting, but I feel since I've played City of Mist first, I feel like City of Mist is definitely a good step up from Fate Core.
Definitely.
I guess Fate Core doesn't have a leveling system, which I think is something that is for shame. Only makes it good for small things like this, which for what we did, it was fantastic. Did a great job, really interesting in that. I like the whole like fate points and stuff that you can spend. That's really cool. But yeah, for what we were using it for, it was perfect, but I feel like if we were to try and do anything larger with it, it would not.
It gets really boring.
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta do a lot of homebrewing to make it interesting.
Well, what I think is the strongest aspect of this system is the fact that it's completely open. So, I mean, that's the idea of the Fate Core system, is you can play or be whatever you want, but there are drawbacks that come with that.
Yep.
Because when you have a system that is that open, you cannot specialize like a City of Mist does or like other systems. So I feel like for what it does and what it's trying to do, it does it really, really well. I don't think that there's any system out there that I would pick over Fate Core if I was trying to do something completely out of the box. Like if I wanted to play a game where I was a ball, like kind of what Boop Snoot was, I couldn't really play that in another system,
Yeah,
but I
it'd be
feel
really
like
hard.
I could do that here. You know, so there are a lot of strengths inherent in this system, and I do applaud the designers because it's a well-designed system, but there are flaws with that because of its open nature.
Yep.
So flaws with open nature is definitely out there with the Fate Core system, but the best thing about Fate Core system from my perspective is that this was the first tabletop game system that I ever played as.
Yeah.
And the best part about it being open is that you can literally take anything that's one of your favorites and just make a game out of it.
Yep.
The first time I played this with the Fate Core is when Cass was hosting a Jack and Daxter version of this, and that was incredibly fun.
It was so fun. There was a lot of homebrew elements to it because, like, and where this gets interesting, like, just so you guys have, I guess, a little bit of perspective on what I did on my end, because this was so small, it was a lot easier than doing the Jack and Daxter stuff because that was huge. We played that thing for, I think, like 6 months actually, so
Yeah.
it was a longer
Campaign.
weekly campaign. But with this, I was even adding specialized stunts for each of the races so that race choice actually matters because that's unfortunately a huge drawback with this system in particular is there is no special loot, no EXP, and like you can create stunts that do make your character unique, like Ilya being able to hack the system is really, really cool, or the Shirok being able to have mechs because that's something that I had designed the races to do anyway. But I, as the DM, kind of had to be like, okay, well, you get these specialized racial stunts that I'm forcing upon your character because there are no races, there are no classes. So you, as a game designer, just have to think about how to help your players make choices that make the game feel unique rather than having a system that's already pre-built and has those things in there for you. So it does take a little bit of extra legwork, I think, on the end of the DM in order to make something that's engaging as fun, because I can definitely see how playing this potentially could fall insanely flat if you don't have those little like extra things in there. And they do allow you kind of like, I guess, specialized loot in some way. You can like add on temporary aspects to yourself, like if you pick up like a magic weapon or something that gives you additional things to your stats, that's kind of a way to do that. But other than that, there isn't really anything special built in.
Yeah,
But-
I think...
Oh no, you go.
Okay. So I think this system specifically lends itself to a theater of the mind approach as opposed to a mechanics approach. When you look at other game systems, D&D is a great example of that. It's a mechanics-based system. There have been specific design choices made to mechanically reinforce what you're doing in the game. This system, like I said earlier, because it is so open and so loose, there are very basic mechanics that allow you to do certain things. Like I love how you can invoke aspects, specifically like your trouble aspects, to regain fate points, which are a huge currency within the game itself, and they give you major bonuses. But like everyone else has been saying, a lot of the things that you look for in an RPG, like loot and character advancement, have to be kind of added on by the DM post doing your character. So there's not really, as far as I know, any sort of loot progression system or rules inherent to working to a higher level of play. Basically, where you start the game is where you're gonna end the game unless the DM really takes some liberties.
To some extent, you do have the ability to upgrade your skills at some point, but it's not like the focus of the system for sure. Like, you can eventually upgrade your skills, but it really depends on how long of a campaign you're planning on playing with this system. So I think for me, this system is a great beginner system, especially if you are DMing, because there is like no setup required other than on the creative side. So I would probably put this, like, if you want to create your own worlds, your own homebrew stuff, this is probably the best way to do so. You know, if you're not looking to build or play a pre-built module, this is the way to do it. The rules are so simple, and like you create your own character sheets for all of your major NPCs, and then you can literally just fluff everything else, and it's all storytelling based. And so if you want to create drama for your players, you can. If you want to just kill people, you can do that too. You know, there's no like real restriction as to what happens there. There is a little bit extra weight, I think, that's placed on to the DM for making the gameplay actually fair, because it is so massively open. Like in D&D, if you have kind of a novice DM, the kobold's gonna roll what the kobold rolls, and you know it has specific stats, attack damage that it does, and so there's no way for the DM, like, people will realize very quickly if the DM rolls some dice, and then the DM's like, this kobold does 400 damage. Like, the players are gonna be like, it's a kobold. Like, there's no way that that's, you're fluffing the stats. There's no way that this is happening. Whereas in Fate Core, because it is kind of loose, I think the major downside for being a DM, if you are kind of an inexperienced DM, it may be easy to be like, no, you missed, no, you missed, no, you missed, no, you missed. I've made these stats on the fly for my enemies, and they're way overpowered, and so it may be easy for DMs to kind of get railroady and out of control. And my advice for that is just let your players kill stuff and let them fly free. it's the only way. It makes for a more interesting story, and it makes sure everybody has fun. So, good beginner system. I avoid it at all costs unless we're doing something really, really small, because there are many other systems that are significantly better than this one. So, any other thoughts, questions, comments, concerns?
No, I think we got it all.
All right.
Yeah, I
Well-
mean, I just want to say, as a kind of a final note, we do have some kind of harsh criticisms of the system, but it is a
It's
great.
So good
It's a
for
great
beginners.
system.
It's so good for
And it
beginners.
was really fun, honestly.
We are like connoisseurs of tabletop role-playing games at this point. We are looking for the fancy cheese. This is a good old sharp cheddar that you can get from the grocery store. We are now the eaters of the camembert, so understand that. But yeah, especially if you're looking for something quick and fun to play, especially if you have a bunch of friends who've never played tabletop role-playing games before, this is a great place to start.
Yeah, you could probably pick this up, and
It's free. That's another really cool
well,
thing too.
yeah, so they are
It's free.
incredibly nice. So Fate Core does provide the rules for free. If you do like this system, please support them.
Yeah, give
because
them a donation.
I mean,
Pop 'em
game
that way.
designers don't make that much money anyway. So if you can at all, please support them. But they do provide the rules for free on their website. You might have to do a little bit of digging, but it is there.
Not super
And
easy to find.
It may have changed, but I don't think it has. I'm pretty sure they still have the rules for free, because they're awesome people.
Well,
Which is great, but you can
Bully for
probably
you.
sit down with the system in an afternoon and start playing from scratch. You know, you
Still
basically
I got it.
sit down with the rules, sit down with the character sheet and a couple of friends, and go. Because the system is so easy and so quick to jump into. It's not like a D&D, it's not like a City of Mist, it's not big in that way where you're gonna have to spend a month prior to you actually playing the game learning the rules beforehand.
and building characters and all that stuff. I
Exactly.
think we collectively built all of our characters in 30 minutes.
In an afternoon, yeah.
I ended up lucking out, and I'm planning on releasing like a science fiction novel at some point that I've got pretty much halfway written at this point with this universe. So I had already done all of the world building beforehand and had my solar system already mapped out. So if you already have worlds and you're ready to go and you want to literally just chuck your players in there, it's super easy to do so.
And a nice thing is that you can, they have a way that you can convert regular D6s, so your standard dice that you can get from literally anywhere, without having to get the nice fudge dice. But the nice fudge dice do make it easier to play without having to keep those numbers in mind.
And most game stores sell fudge dice too, so
Yeah.
that's
So-
Really accessible.
Yeah. So if you guys want to try out with different genres, so the whole canvas is open to you. You can. So I mean, this was a sci-fi one. We've done one that was based off of a popular video game before. I did one that was based off of a video game that I loved, and the universe in that was just huge. But I had to make do with how small I needed to make it. It's completely up to you how you want to use the Fate Core system. Because if you have a favorite TV show that you think can make a good
a good tabletop game, prove it.
This is truly, literally the fan fiction builder of tabletop role-playing
Yeah.
systems. The world is your
Yeah.
oyster.
It's a one-stop shop for
Truly.
pretty much anything your brain can produce,
Yep.
which is awesome. It fills that niche perfectly.
Whoa.
What was that? Did you drop your brain?
Brain vomit.
It's just
Gross.
whatever your brain produces.
Oh, cool.
How's it feel?
Well, thank you guys. If you guys have any questions about the system, comments, like any questions, you can pop them into our Discord, into the cast Q&A, and I would be so glad to answer any questions. If you guys want resource links to go and find the systems where you can download the PDFs and things like that, we would be super happy to provide you with that as well, so that you can play your own Fate Core games as well. But we hope to see you in the Discord with questions. And thank you so much for hanging out with us while we did this short campaign. Next week we will not be streaming as we take a mini break. And then the week after that we are just steamrolling right back into City of Mist Season 2. So we will see you guys there, back on kind of our regular 12-episode schedule for that. And hopefully you guys have a great weekend, great Pride, great birthdays, great Father's Day. And we will see you guys not next week, but soon. So, bye!
Goodbye, y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.